Hey guys, today we're going to talk about a big mess of records by They Might Be Giants, but really this is a rant about this pressing we just bought at Christmas time for my son. Here, which side are we going to be on? They Might Be Giants Flood, which is a reissue from maybe 1992. This is the worst pressing of any record we have paid for probably in the last 20 or 30 years. And really disappointed. Music is great. Back in the day we bought this on CD, and since then my son has become a big fan, so we've got a lot of the records for him on a LP. This is one of their classics, one of their early classics. It's got such hit songs as I Palindrome I and Mammal and The Statue Got Me High and Fingertips, one of their most famous songs that they do in concert, which is like 15 songs strung together in one mega song. So really disappointed that this new reissue, Asbestos Records, Elektra Entertainment Group, Rhino Entertainment Company, Warner Music, all you guys, whoever you're using in your pressing plant, this sounds terrible. So we listened to it the other day while I was cleaning those other records. You may have seen in my Goodwill run list of records. Cleaning them in the spin clean, my son puts this on. I'm like, that sounds terrible. Why don't I run it through the spin clean, see if it helps. As I'm running through the spin clean, I literally say to my son, this is the most non-concentric record I've ever felt. I can feel like bumps along the edges as I'm trying to spin it around. And the fact that the edges might be screwed up doesn't necessarily affect the sound, but it certainly indicates that the quality of vinyl is not good. And I don't know if it'll come out on camera if I show you the actual vinyl, but you can see a few little bumps here and there. But you can hear so much noise and rumble in the quiet sections. Just, really disappointing that we're spending 20 bucks on a brand new pressing, and something's going on in your pressing plant, bro. Your quality control, I don't know where you're pressing it, but you might want to check into that, because I got a bunch of other records that sound fine. I got records that are 50, 60 years old that are scratched up that sound better than this. So really disappointing to have one of our favorite classic old records sound like really terrible. Alright guys, we're going to give a quick listen to this record so you can hear what the pressing sounds like. And there's no way they're going to claim copyright on this mess because it sounds like a mess. I'm actually going to aim the microphone right at the speaker.
I don't want to change your mind. I don't want to think about your mind. They say love is blind. I don't think you're blind. You don't want to which describes how you're feeling all the.
This is a great group for people with kids like me. I started listening to them when I was in college. I'll show you some of those records. But then when you get a little older and you have kids, they're good, clean fun. Their records are not like about the typical sex and drugs and rock and roll, but mammals, palindromes. We're learning things here. And they actually have done records aimed at kids. They have a record called No Means No, which is for parents to, for your kids. And the cool thing about They Might Be Giants is they used to do these children's shows. So we would see them at places like UCLA Royce Hall. They would do their regular show at 8 or 9 p.m. But they would also do a matinee at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday for kids, an all ages show. And they would turn down the volume a little bit so it wasn't so frightening for little ears. And they would keep it clean, and they would maybe add a puppet show. Seriously. So my son actually got to meet them at one of those shows, and now that he's a big college kid, look what you've done. You've ruined his whole Christmas with this crappy pressing. Just to show you what awesome fans we are of these guys. And if you don't know their music, I would consider them nerd rock. Their lyrics are very clever. They're almost too clever for some people's tastes. But very clever lyrics, very clever songs. Each song is totally different. This is a 12-inch. She's a hotel detective. It's got one of my favorite weird tunes of theirs, Mr. Claw. I'll read you the entire lyrics. A claw is a claw, and nobody has seen a talking claw unless that claw is the famous Mr. Claw. That's Mr. Claw. Okay, how can you go wrong with Mr. Claw? This is their very first record. Does it have a title? It doesn't have a title, but it's got Toddler Highway, The Rabid Child, Put Your Hand Inside the Puppet Head, Youth Culture, Killed My Dog, Boat of Car. These are all really funny, clever, weird tunes. This is from way back in '86 on Bar None Records. Kind of later in this period, we got all their stuff on CD, so we've gone kind of around the block with them. We started on LP, then bought a lot of stuff on CDs, and now we're buying it more on LP. So this is an early 12-inch. Don't Let's Start. Oh, it's got a crazy song called We're the Replacements. It's kind of a spoof on the band The Replacements. Kind of funny. Let's see, this is one of their biggest albums, Lincoln, Cowtown, Anna Ang, Purple Toupee, one of their biggest hits. So that's from 1988. This is a new one, which I know nothing about. Galeen, brand new. Brand new like in the last 10 years, meaning I don't know much about it. This is also brand new on Megaforce Records. I Like Fun. Yeah, who doesn't like fun? Join Us. Another one of the new ones I don't know that well. What songs are on it here? Can't Keep Johnny Down, that's a good one. Anyway. This is 2011. Idlewild. I don't know this one very well either. Nanobots. 2013. Sorry, I'm holding these records out of frame so you can't even see them. That's pretty clever of me, right? And here's a classic old one, Flood from 19... They're too small, I can't see the year. Flood. Am I holding that right? How about upside down? Flood. The theme from Flood. Someone Keeps Moving My Chair. Anyway. Birdhouse in Your Soul, that was their kind of big hit, which they performed on Leno, probably, long ago. Oh, anyway, we've spent a fortune on your records. We've seen you play in concert a zillion times. We've got a bunch of your CDs. And this, again, Apollo 18, worst sounding pressing of any record we've ever bought. Scratchy, rumbly, poor quality vinyl. And if I complain, you're probably going to say, well, you waited past 30 days to ask for your money back, so you don't get your money back. Well, we probably had 100 records come into the house over the Christmas holiday. This is February. My son may have listened to it earlier, but I didn't listen to it with my critical audio geek ears until yesterday. So he might not have noticed how horrible it sounded, but the point is, the day after Christmas, I'm not going to like spend 4 days in a row just listening to records for, you know, anomalies. So we didn't find out about this. I didn't find out about this till several weeks after Christmas, and I don't know if we're stuck with it or if the good people at Asbestos Records are going to fess up and admit that they pressed a whole batch of really crappy sounding vinyl. Maybe they want to do something about it. I don't know. But years of entertainment from these guys and one bad record. I guess that doesn't spoil the whole bunch. But let's see what happens. I will reach out to them and see what they say about the worst pressing ever that I've heard. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel and keep spinning that vinyl. Thanks.